All right, good afternoon, everybody. Going to try something a little new here. I'm going to actually record this, and bought me some new hardware to record that with. So I'm going to talk about this heavy rain that's coming while I'm cooking a pizza and getting ready for work a little bit later. Sweatshirt's probably a little too much today. What do you think, Shelby? Yeah. So again, this is going to be an update from home. I still got a few things to work on in the background here, but overall, we've got a moderate risk out for flooding. This is from the Weather Prediction Center, and overall, the concern is some areas 3 to 6 inches of rain coming in. This is going to be about a 36-hour period as we look. This will be Wednesday, probably afternoon, into the early afternoon hours on Thursday. So again, the concern is too much rain. So what you're going to see is going to be me kind of going through the model guidance here. This is going to be the GFS model. I'll go through the European model. And as far as snow goes, there's this crazy map that goes out like 30 days, and it keeps getting shared and shared and shared. And I'm not going to share it, of course, but I'm not going to post that image either. But it's just meant to get your attention. We're not out of the woods as far as getting a chance of snow, but as far as there's no skill in predicting beyond 7 days, really, as it looks now. So this is going to be tomorrow morning. This is around 9 a.m. Notice the very heavy rain. I'm going to go ahead and put that up there on the screen for you. The very heavy rain moving into Mississippi, right along the Mississippi River. So the morning commute tomorrow shouldn't be all that bad. But then as we get into, this is about 3 in the afternoon, the rain picks up. And it's almost like there's railroad tracks over northwest Alabama down into central Mississippi where the rain's just going to continue. This is 6 o'clock. Heavy rain moving into Limestone County, moving into western Madison County, and all the way down to Smith Lake. And watch as we continue on into 9 o'clock Wednesday night, more rain. Slight break after midnight, and then another round of rain coming in, especially northwest Alabama. That's where the biggest concern lies. This is going to be Thursday at noon. Then another wave develops on that frontal boundary by 6 o'clock Thursday evening, and more rain comes in, although this isn't as robust as what it had in the previous days. The question mark is going to be Friday. Not quite sure exactly how much rain we're going to get Friday or if we need to lower it. It all depends on how far south the boundary moves. So as we continue on, just some light rain showers, perhaps some heavier rain down towards Auburn and Montgomery. And then as we get into Saturday, the next round of rain starts to come in, and that's going to be producing a little bit more heavy rainfall. And notice the area thunderstorms too. But right now, the threat of severe weather is fairly low. I'm going to move that forward just a little bit here. This is 9 o'clock Saturday morning. Let's see what our upper air sounding looks like at that time. Get my glasses on so I can read it. Going to kind of go back and forth on this. The model looks a little cooler, so that's good. The severe weather threat's really probably not going to happen. Now let me back this up and take a look at, say, Thursday. And it's got 58 over 58, so we're going to be saturated. There's really no threat for severe weather here either. And there's really no outlook for it right now. The only thing that would happen is if we maybe warmed up into the upper 60s, we could see a strong storm or two. So let's look at the European model. This is just now coming out. And let's see what it looks like. And then I'm going to use what we call the blended model as well. And again, we're kind of zoomed in on Alabama here, Mississippi over here. The rain today is pretty much gone. So this is going to be around midnight, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, again, the commute shouldn't be too bad. It won't be worse than what we already had today. Around the noon hour Wednesday, the rain starts to pick up, scattered showers, and then the rain gets heavier late tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours. And then it continues all night into Thursday morning. That's 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's still raining. So some areas are going to be dealing with rain for a basically solid 36 hours. By Thursday evening, it tapers off. And this gets into Friday. and it kind of stalls the boundary a little bit. Notice Birmingham, Gadsden down to Tuscaloosa. This will be 9 a.m. Friday. And as we move forward, still some rain there. So that's kind of the dilemma right now as I go into work, debating just what to do with the Friday forecast, whether to adjust, because we've got 40% now. I may adjust it a little bit down, but then as we get into Saturday, rain's coming back. And there's some heavy rain Saturday. So let me turn that off there. So again, some more heavy rain Saturday, another wave of low pressure moving through morning, and then by the afternoon I think we'll be okay. So let's talk about totals here. And the total QPF, this is going to be the total amount of rainfall. This is the European model, and this is up to 3 o'clock in the morning Thursday. And this is 3 p.m. So it's not as robust. It doesn't show the 6 and 7 inch totals it had earlier. So let's see what the GFS shows. See, GFS has a little bit more. Notice how it's got these 7 inch bullseyes back towards Jackson, Mississippi, tracking northeast. But still, 2 to 3 inches of rain is fairly significant around here. And then additional rain into Saturday won't amount to a whole lot more, but there will be more rain. You see a 4 inch. So I'm going to look at what's called the National Weather Service blend of models. That's where they kind of take everything into account. And this is what the Weather Service usually bases their forecast on. And it's going about 3 inches around here through Friday morning. And then it picks back up, gives us another inch Saturday. So through Saturday, not as much rain. And I think this is greatly going to depend on the amount of thunderstorm activity. Of course, that's going to lead to some locally heavier rainfall. So right now it doesn't look as bad as it looked yesterday, but we're still looking at a threat for some flooding out there. So we'll have to watch that. Let me get more of the regional view here. Kind of see, and then I'll go out a little bit farther out in time. So there's just a large area of rain. Over, the good news is this is over the drought-stricken areas of the southeast, all the way down into Louisiana. So quite a bit of rain there. Now I'm going to switch back here. Actually, I'll do the winter weather too. So let me go in and change this to, I'm going to change this to the GFS model. And we're going to go into, I guess I didn't show you all that, but that's you didn't miss much. So I guess it's going to be the precip type and the rate and the snow all the way up here into northern Illinois today. And it's going to be warmer than normal all the way up the east coast. Here comes this next storm system. Again, this would, if we were more unstable, we would have the chance of some strong to severe storms. But this, again, Saturday, I just don't see it coming together that way. And there's the snow up in Indiana, into Michigan, through the Great Lakes. And then this wraparound is going to be pretty cold here. Moving into the Smoky Mountains, probably a chance of snow. And this is Sunday morning. So if you head into the Smokies, you're probably going to see some light accumulation of snow there. And it'll be cooler here, I'll call it. It won't be as cold as it was last week, though, that's for sure. And as we get into next Wednesday, right now, just some showers, light rain showers. Nothing really big going on here. Temperature-wise, we're looking at 40s for morning lows. Well, that was this morning. So temperatures this afternoon, probably mid to upper 50s. And I mentioned earlier, the sweatshirt's probably just a little too much. And continuing on, especially, it just feels so much better out there. Now, if we'd been in the 70s and 60s and then drop into the 40s and 50s, it'd feel colder. That's just our body's adjusting. So here's Thursday afternoon, probably close to 60 in some areas. And we stay in the 50s overnight into Friday morning. So Friday, if we can get a break in the rain Friday, and it's looking like some of us will, it will turn out to be a decent afternoon with temperatures in the 60s. And then Friday evening, a pretty good evening. So if you're going to be out, there may be some showers, but it's not going to be cold. You may not even need a jacket because the humidity is going to be fairly high. And then here's a look at Saturday morning. We start the day around 60. So let's see what we got going on here. About 60, 64 in the shoals. So let's see the sounding. Here's what I'm clicking on. And what you'll see, what we're watching here, this is the temperature profile in red, the dew point temperature in green. The closer they are, the higher the humidity, but we will have clouds. And then we kind of look down here. Lifted index is -2. Shear is pretty low for a tornado threat, but we could see, we'll see some thunderstorms most likely with locally heavy rain. That's pretty much what that says. And then the cold front comes in. So Sunday morning we'll start the day upper 30s, low 40s. And Sunday afternoon, it's going to be a chilly day. Looking at this, I'm probably going to have to drop our forecast high temperatures into the 40s instead of, I think I got it at 49 or 50 now. So we'll have to change that. And on into next week, yeah, it's going to be cooler than normal, probably upper 40s to near 50. And we got this real push of colder air coming over here in the Smoky Mountains. These are going to be some upper 20s to near 30 degrees over here. So we'll watch that. But I don't see any winter precipitation for us anytime soon. And overall, kind of boring but dry weather to finish it out next week. So I'm going to wrap it up here. I think I've spent about 10 minutes. My pizza's probably almost done, but I'm going to wrap this up and been experiment with some new software here and some hardware. So we'll just see where this goes. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, this has gone about 12 minutes, so we'll turn it off. I'm going to start improving some of the graphics over time. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Click, subscribe, and like. I got to get used to saying that.